Welcome to Reality TV Fan Zone. If you're passionate about reality TV, you're in the right place. We bring you the latest news and everything happening in the world of reality television. Hit subscribe and become part of our fan community. What a night of Big Brother with all the chaos and excitement about a possible time capsule coin of destiny. That went nowhere. We still haven't seen any signs of a power, but also we definitely have not seen a punishment, which seems to be the clear sign enough that it was indeed a power won on Friday afternoon. So who has the power? Dee has stated several times that she didn't get it, and I think she would let Devins know in return for what he shared with her. That still points us back to Drew as a very likely candidate. But while we wait for more news from the feeds, read on for what happened with the nominations and how the targeted HGs spent the evening reacting to the news and preparing for their shot at the veto comp on Saturday in the Big Brother 28 house. Sign up now to try the live feeds on Paramount+. Don't forget to sign up for the Big Brother live feeds right now, so you don't miss anything else this season. Enjoy. Back up and read about Friday's daytime highlights to get caught up for the overnight report below. Big Brother 28 live feed highlights. Friday, July 31st, 2026. 3 p.m. BBT. Mallory tells Melody that if Drew goes up today, then getting rid of Jason worked the way they thought it would. Melody says that's why she is pissed. 3:05 p.m. BBT. Haley tells Camu that him going to Drew and telling him that he was worried he was going to be BD'd makes it seem like Haley isn't trustworthy and can't keep an alliance. 3:10 p.m. BBT. Haley says she is worried that Drew is going to pop off. Camu says that Drew is panicked. 3:15 p.m. BBT. Haley lets Angela know that she told Camu to knock off the extra gaming. 3:20 p.m. BBT. Melody says that if winning BB means that she has to stay in the house with Chuck and Haley all summer, she doesn't want to. Then she says that she also wants to beat them. 3:35 p.m. BBT. Drew tells Barrett that he thinks it might be better for Dee and Devins if they let one of them go. Says he doesn't think that they will save either of them. Barrett tells Drew he isn't worried about it. 3:45 p.m. BBT. Drew tells Barrett that if they are both there next week, they just need to put all of them up. They would have to win HOH first. 3:50 p.m. BBT. Angela tells Dee they need to make Drew feel safe, but not too safe. Dee claims to be working on it. Dee also tells Angela that she told Barrett about Drew throwing her name out there. They speculate about who could possibly have a power. 4 p.m. BBT. Lyric tells Angela that she really likes Haley. Angela says she thinks she likes hanging out with Haley so much because she reminds her of a younger version of herself. 4:05 p.m. BBT. Feeds switch to adoptable animals from nomination ceremony. 5:43 p.m. BBT. Feeds are back from the nomination ceremony. Melody is telling Lyric and Mallory that someone must have told Haley she was talking trash about her. 5:45 p.m. BBT. Drew tells Dee and Barrett he'd rather be up right now, but he doesn't seem too sure he's a pawn. 6 p.m. BBT. Drew tells Haley that he wishes she would given him a heads up that he was going up. She says that he has people on both sides of the house, and he is not the target. He asks her who the target is, Taylor or Melody. She says at this point it is what it is. 6:05 p.m. BBT. Haley tells Drew that if she wins a veto, she will likely not use it. She does inform him that she has open suggestions in the event that she discovers a more suitable target. He asked her why she nominated him over Barrett, and she said Drew is the better competitor. 6:10 p.m. BBT. Drew tells Haley that the other side has been saying that him and Barrett are on the bottom of the 8, and now it feels that way. 6:20 p.m. BBT. Camu asked Taylor she was okay because he heard she was crying last night because Haley won the HOH. She asked who said that, and he said Drew told him she was crying. Drew walks by and Taylor tells him to stop telling people she was crying because Haley won. She says she was crying because she didn't win. Drew apologizes for misreading the situation. 6:25 p.m. BBT. Barrett tells Haley that he is down to do whatever Haley wants to this week, but she isn't giving him anything. Meanwhile, Camu is telling Taylor that he isn't as close to Haley and Chuck as everyone thinks he is. Affirms that if things proceed as they do this week, he will be able to participate in HOH the following week. 6:40 p.m. BBT. Drew asks Camu if he picks him to play veto, would he use it on him if he won? Camu says he would love but doesn't want to go against what Haley wants this week. 6:55 p.m. BBT. Melody tells Barrett that she really hopes that everything she told Drew doesn't come back to bite her. 7:10 p.m. BBT. Yash tells Drew that he is leaning towards not using the veto if he wins it. Yash tells Drew that it doesn't seem like there is a target this week. 7:15 p.m. BBT. Drew points out that everyone is telling him they have his back, but no one wants to use a veto on him. 7:35 p.m. BBT. Yash tells Barrett that using the veto on Drew doesn't make sense for his game if he were to play and win. 7:40 p.m. BBT. Chuck tells Haley that Taylor is mad at him. Haley says their conversation earlier was civil. Chuck changes the subject to Lyric and how she is annoying him by following him around all the time. Haley says she has been doing the same to her. 7:55 p.m. BBT. Taylor tells Dee that Haley told her she heard she was upset about her HOH. Taylor says how could she be upset before Haley even came in and before they even knew who won. 8 p.m. BBT. Dee tells Taylor she has to be fake right now, but Taylor says that isn't her. 8:05 p.m. BBT. Mallory and Melody talk about how Barrett will be a likely renom and point out that the lines have officially been drawn. They agree that they have to win next week's HOH. 8:15 p.m. BBT. Angela tells Haley it's smart that Melody is on the block, because if Mallory is picked to play and wins, she is going to take Melody down, not Drew. Haley thinks that Mallory would keep the noms the same if she asked her to. No, she won't. 8:20 p.m. BBT. Taylor asks Dee if she trusts her, and Dee tells her she does. Taylor says she is making sure. 8:35 p.m. BBT. Angela tells Haley that she thinks Mallory has the power, says that she was in the DR for a long time, and when she came out she was sweating and out of breath. Angela says that she probably told Melody, Lyric, and probably Drew about it too. 9 p.m. BBT. Drew says he is going to be real nice this week, but he's not going to be so nice that there is something gold around his neck tomorrow. Melody says same, and she has a speech prepared. 9:10 p.m. BBT. Mallory is giving Melody a pep talk. Says that Melody has a good chance of winning the blockbuster, even if Drew wins veto and Barrett rises. 9:20 p.m. BBT. Camu asks Drew how Melody is. He claims that because she believes one of them is a target and will return home, she is upset that they are both up there. 9:25 p.m. BBT. Drew asks Camu if he would use the veto on him if he played and won. Camu states that he would like to. Drew asks, but would you? Camu says he is conflicted because then he would be forcing Haley to put up a fourth nom. Drew says he is just worried because Haley mentioned all these people who Drew is aligned with and wonders if that is a reason he could be evicted. 9:30 p.m. BBT. Camu wonders if Melody is a target because she was talking trash about her after she won HOH. 9:35 p.m. BBT. Camu repeating Haley's talking point that she only got 3 hours of sleep last night. 9:40 p.m. BBT. Devins laments over his slop diet and how it's no fun. Declares that he will go to bed at 10 p.m., which is the earliest they are permitted to do so. 10:05 p.m. BBT. Some HG starting to get ready for bed. Yash gives Drew a word of encouragement for the veto comp on Saturday. 10:10 p.m. BBT. Drew tells Angela he wishes he'd been given a heads up. He thinks they have a strong five, but he isn't sure about the other three. Angela says Camu really likes him, though. 10:10 p.m. BBT. Melody and Mallory discuss the veto. Mallory is sure Camu will play to win the veto and then not use it. 10:15 p.m. BBT. Mallory mentions there is someone in her hometown just like Haley, and no one likes her there. 10:20 p.m. BBT. Mallory suggests Melody use Keanu's. I believe you have a prompt line, but Melody isn't familiar with it. Mallory gives her the backstory. 10:30 p.m. BBT. Drew has gone back up to talk with Haley in the HOH room. Haley mentions again how she only had 3 hours of sleep last night. She explains again that putting Drew up was best for Toolshed. 10:40 p.m. BBT. Taylor tells Lala she is frustrated to be nominated for reasons that make no sense to her. 10:45 p.m. BBT. Drew explains to Haley that Mallory has a crush on Barrett. 10:55 p.m. BBT. Drew is back downstairs and shares with Melody and Mallory that he expects Haley will keep noms the same if she wins veto. 11:15 p.m. BBT. Mallory, Melody, and Drew are chatting in the lounge. Drew plans to pick Barrett if he gets HG choice. Melody doesn't want to see Camu get picked to play. 11:35 p.m. BBT. Drew says it would be fun to go back and watch the show after their season to find out if they were the bad guys. Melody doesn't think that's possible since they're not winning anything. 11:45 p.m. BBT. Melody, Mallory, and Drew are working their way to bed, chatting along the way. 12 a.m. BBT. Lights out for the HGs. Nothing else happened late into the night, but there was a watch on the feeds to see if anything was activated. Few calls to the diary room for HGs in the middle of the night. Could you imagine having to get up and go record a bit at 4 a.m.?